Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No transgender for anyone. No transgender. That's what Donald Trump declared in a social media post just a couple days ago. In an 83-word Truth Social post, he boasted at least 8 flagrant lies. Okay. And he includes this all as part of his legacy that he is leaving, that is blessing us so much. And he's ridding the nation of transgender identity. These are his words in that Truth Social post. He said, after winning 3 elections by a lot, of course, it's all in capitals. He says, I am now getting the best polling numbers that I've ever received. People see how strong the economy is, the trillions of dollars of investment pouring into our country, the record-setting strong border after years of millions of criminals, pouring through it, totally unvetted and unchecked. Ending 8 wars in 8 months. No men playing in women's sports. No transgender for everyone. Rapidly falling energy prices. And much more. It sounds like it could be used for a commercial for a used car salesman. Not a single sentence of this post is true. It's a series of outrageous lies that are strung together in rapid succession to bolster the fragile ego of a president who is catching hell for demolishing the East Wing of the White House without consultation or permits, while on the verge of allowing hungry Americans to lose their food subsidies, their meager food subsidies, while he builds this beautiful golden ballroom, which of course we so need at this time. Other commentators have picked apart Trump's lies about the elections and the economy and the immigration. More on that in a moment. But I want to focus on the red meat he's throwing to his evangelical base in this brag fest of his. Remember first that even Trump's lies, especially his lies, are always calculated to appeal to someone he wants to like him. Yeah, he's a pathological liar, but he's also a very strategic liar. Yeah, I give him that. And the audience for his anti-trans words, sentences, lines, whatever, is for his conservative evangelicals who continue to insist, okay, transgender identity is not a real thing in the eyes of God. All I can say is to my evangelical brothers and sisters, you are flat out wrong. You're wrong. This erroneous belief about the Bible is so pervasive that the Southern Baptist Convention's Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission routinely refers to, quote unquote, so-called transgender people, believing these poor souls are just deluded about who they really are. Across the nation, and especially I've noticed in Texas, Republican officials are working overtime to erase transgender identification altogether. They have banned the word and they have eliminated the identity. But their efforts will keep failing. They will. Because transgender people always have been with us and always will be. They are part of God's created order. Donald Trump can issue his presidential declarations until the fake gold falls off the Oval Office walls, okay? But he cannot erase the existence of people created by God, yes, in the image of God. Okay? He can deny them passports. He can force them out of jobs. He can humiliate them. He can imprison them. And he can do worse. But he cannot stop them from existing. This is God's work as a creator. And no president acting as a dictator will ever erase the existence of God's children in this world, because they're not abiding by your binary idea of what gender is all about. Sadly, the same people who want to believe you can legislate transgender people out of existence also believes Trump's full bundle of lies. Despite his claims, Trump did not win 3 elections. Sorry, he didn't. Joe Biden soundly defeated him in 2020, and there is no serious evidence of voter fraud. Such an old topic. Move on, Mr. Trump. He did not win any election by a lot, okay? In 2016, he won the Electoral College 304 to 227, despite Hillary Clinton winning the popular vote by about 2.8 million votes. In 2020, he lost the Electoral College vote 302 to 232 to Joe Biden, and lost the popular vote by 7 million votes. In 2024, running against Kamala Harris, he won the Electoral College 312 to 226, and the popular vote by 1.4%, with 77 million ballots cast for Trump and 75 million cast for Harris. That is not a mandate, and it's not winning by a lot. Trump is not getting the best polling numbers ever, as he said in the recent Truth Social post. In fact, the exact opposite is true. By every reputable poll out there, he is underwater in public opinion. And the majority of Americans now see him as a dangerous dictator. Nor is the economy strong. How are those grocery prices and gas prices for you these days? Instead, economists, at least those not yet fired by Trump, warn of slowing growth due to headwinds from a federal government shutdown and Trump's insane tariffs and weakening job creation. Nor was the U.S. border with Mexico totally unvetted and unchecked under Biden. Nor has Trump ended 8 wars in 8 months. Nor are energy costs rapidly falling. Yeah, gasoline and oil prices have dropped, while residential electricity and natural gas prices are expected to continue increasing. Utility costs are rising due to increased demand. Infrastructure investments and higher natural gas costs are all increasing, all while Trump seeks to handicap renewable energy sources such as wind. Every word of Trump's social media post is a big fat lie. Big surprise. But we now know that to his followers, none of that matters. They have drunk the Kool-Aid, and they will follow his lies to their own demise. Which is why the radical lies about transgender people are so dangerous. These are not just words. They are marching orders to Trump's faithful. They believe and they want him to have the power to erase transgender identity from sight. And he's being egged on by Bible-waving evangelicals who likely have never met a single transgender person or heard their testimonies. That's why the rest of us must summon every bit of courage we can find. Even if we don't understand the biology of gender, okay? We're just talking about common respect and love for your neighbor. And we need to stand up for the most vulnerable among us these days. And I'll tell you, from my personal experience as a pastor here in this community and over the past 40 years, you'll never know whose life you might save by being understanding and hearing their story and caring about them and loving them. And I tell you what, that person whose life you might help to save, it might be someone you already love. Please take care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.